I'm here today to talk to you about the second pair of shoes I have ever restored. I did one video like this before, back in summer. I made a whole video about restoring this pair of vintage shoes that I found on eBay. And it went really well the first time. So when I saw these boots that I'm about to talk about today, it started the wheels in my head turning. I saw them and I realised I could do something with them if I wanted to. I found them on Depop for £3.50, which is a really low risk price for me. You know, I don't want the risk to be too high if it goes terribly wrong, but I figured if it went really bad and I couldn't do anything with them and I ended up destroying them completely by accident, £3.50 is a fair enough price for my mistakes, right? So I bought them. And here's what they look like before. I'll insert a clip. I have been filming this whole process for you. My plan was immediately to bleach out parts of the denim and paint the toes and heels. I wasn't totally sure what I was going to do with it yet. Like, I didn't have a solid plan in my head, but I knew that I wanted to paint on bleach and then dye them, specifically green, because I wanted to make a sort of peacock feather pattern. So that's what I did, essentially. That was the first step. The first step was to just take a paintbrush, dip it in some bleach, and paint on the relevant pattern. This can be quite difficult because you don't see the pattern immediately when you paint it on. You need to give it a couple of seconds to start lightening, and then a couple of minutes for it to get to be as light as it's going to get. So the process of painting on bleach is a bit, you kind of just need to trust yourself and trust the process and know what you're doing. But that part went fine. So after the bleach was on and had done its thing and the pattern was visible, it was time to wash them all, wash the bleach out and just kind of wash the whole thing. I really thought about using a sponge and just kind of scrubbing the fabric parts and trying to get the bleach out that way. But I also realised that the whole shoe was old and probably needed washed, so I just dunked the whole thing in water. This is scary. This was the scary part last time as well. Dunking the whole thing in soapy water to wash them is nerve-wracking, because that feels like something you shouldn't do to shoes, but you know, it's fine. It's a necessary part. It's just scary. At this point, because I got them wet, they started to stink, like really, really nasty. It's like they smelled like old feet, which is not really surprising because they are old shoes, but it was disgusting. So I washed them again. I kept scrubbing. I just kept like soaking them in the soap and the water and sponging them down. And then once the smell had mostly gone away, I filled them with baking soda. So just baking powder, what's it called? Bicarbonate of soda. Yeah, the powder, right? So I just filled them, not like all the way full obviously, but I like sprinkled it all in them so the whole inside of the shoes were covered in bicarbonate soda powder. And then I left them out for a couple of days to dry, because that powder takes smells out of stuff. I don't know why, I don't know how it does it, but it does, so pro tip. And that worked completely. Once they were dry, I just hoovered out the powder and they were fine. They smelled fine. And the pattern had stayed the way I wanted it to stay, obviously, because it was bleach. So, the next step, step 3, are we on step 3? This part was dyeing them. This bit is also scary because again you have to dunk the whole thing in dye, in water with dye in it obviously. Again, I thought about mixing up the dye in the water and then sponging it on to the fabric parts, but then I realised that if I did that, I would have to do the same thing with a sponge to wash it off again, and if I didn't get all of it, it would start to leak if, for example, if I went out in the rain, right? So I decided just to dunk the whole shoe in a dye bath. I didn't do this last time with the previous shoes, because the previous shoes I worked on only needed painted, I wasn't dyeing them. So this was a whole new thing for me, a totally new territory. A little bit nerve-wracking. But I did it, I dunked them, I soaked them in the dye, and it went okay. It went fine. So far so good, right? The dye stained the toes and heels and the inside of the shoe, which was surprising to me because those parts are leather. So, I don't know. Is it surprising to anyone else that red dye works on leather? Because I didn't know that. But now I know that. And now you know that. Red dye works on leather. So once they'd been dyed and rinsed and left dry, the next step was to paint them. Just paint them. I was a little worried that the dye that had stuck to the leather on the inside was going to rub off when I wore them, especially if I went out in the rain or if I got sweat on them or anything, that liquid would reactivate the dye that was on the leather, because I don't really know how well red dye works on leather, if it's supposed to or if it sticks properly. So I thought it might transfer off, but that was going to have to be a problem for later on. The next step was to paint them, and I used the same type of paint I used last time, which is the Angelus leather paint. Honestly, this stuff is so good and a little bit goes a long way. This is not a sponsored video. They don't know I exist. It just happens to be what I used. I honestly do think other types of paint would work. I think normal acrylic paint would probably have worked on just the toes and heels of these boots, because those bits don't bend that much, you know? Like if you're going to be painting a belt or a jacket or a part of a shoe that bends, you need a paint that's going to bend with the movement of the fabric. But this was just the toes and heels. Ghost. And the toes and heels don't bend that much, so I think normal acrylic paint would have worked. I just happened to have the leather paint and I decided to use it. I hadn't decided at this point if I wanted to use blue or green. I did want to go with the peacock feather theme, so I was going to use one or the other. I hadn't decided what colour I was going to use. And I decided just to do both and alternate them. So that's what I did. And it turned out a little brighter and more eccentric than I was aiming for, really. I had hoped that the pattern on the fabric was going to be the bright standout part and the heels and toes would be darker, just dark green and dark blue. But the paint I have is really bright and really vivid. So it turned out the opposite. The fabric part is the dark part and the heels and toes are really bright and shiny. But that's fine, that's cool. Not every project can go exactly to plan, and I do like the way they turned out. I also painted in the little star cutout parts with gold, just because I could, you know? I really like how they turned out, and they are really comfortable. That's a bonus. That's the thing you can't really plan for with second-hand shoes, especially second-hand ones that you buy online and can't try on before you buy them. You can't plan how comfy they're going to be. Fortunately, these are really comfortable. Also, I decided just to jump in at the deep end and wear them with white socks and see if the dye on the inside was going to transfer. And it didn't. It didn't. But I was prepared to sacrifice one pair of white socks to find out. But it didn't transfer. It's fine. It's all good. Everything went perfectly. I'm so pleased with this. So, that's the story of the second pair of boots that I have ever restored. The first pair were a little gold pair of shoes. If you haven't seen that video yet, I will link it at the end of this one and you can go watch that. I also have a whole playlist of clothing alterations and DIY type videos if this is the sort of stuff you're interested in. So go check those out. Don't forget to subscribe, do all that stuff. You know how it is, you know what to do. If you're on YouTube, you know the drill. You can also support me on Patreon if you so wish. I do a lot of art stuff, a lot of fashion DIY, some unboxings and such, although I don't shop that much, so I don't do a lot of unboxings. I do a lot of behind the scenes and photo shoots and general lifestyle vlogs. Stick around, you might have fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Bye.